I firmly agree that you have no idea what anybody's going to do.
No.
Nick Sirianni, okay, his opening press conference.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy's a big dumb dipshit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
MCDC up there in Detroit. Wow, this meathead actually eats rocks.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way he's going to win. So, Goober Tuesday. Let's go down to the Jacksonville Jaguars. What county are they in?
Duval.
Okay, all right. So,
Yes.
one more time, please.
Ask it again.
One more time.
Duval.
Okay. You know, Liam Coen, obviously the new head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are in the county of
Duval.
This particular takeaway here is tough, okay? Whenever you see this, it's tough. And it's hard not to say, this guy's got no chance to win.
None.
This guy, there's no way anybody's going to take him serious. There's no way any players are going to take him serious. But then I read an article, Liam Coen talking to Rick Stroud, who's a local beat reporter for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, grew up in Tampa Bay, has covered the Buccaneers for a long time. Liam Coen talked to him, and obviously the exit of Tampa Bay was what it was. It got a little nasty, got a little ugly. But he said he was talking to Baker Mayfield, who was in the Bahamas with the offensive line. I believe this is the next, if you go to the next one, please.
Don't have it.
Okay, so he was talking to Baker Mayfield in the offensive line whenever they're down in the Caribbean. And Baker Mayfield was basically like, you got to go take that job. What are you talking about, Liam? You got to go be a head coach. The offensive line were like, hey, you got to go do that. Baker Mayfield loves Liam Coen. The offensive linemen love Liam Coen. Mike Evans allegedly loves Liam Coen. Now, this is Liam Coen telling Rick Stroud this, but I don't think he would say this publicly unless he was going to get publicly outed by the boys. But it feels like his players enjoy the hell out of him, which is tough to understand, especially whenever we're watching him do all the things that he is doing in this rollout of this press conference. I think he looks like a goober.
Yeah. A little bit.
I think he looks like a goober. He's 39 years old. He's younger. He had some Louis Vuitton slippers on, basically, whenever he got there. He did the Duval thing. And then you look at his coaching history here. Here is all the stops he has had since 2010. Obviously, it's every year there's a change. 2010, he's a Brown. Then he's at Rhode Island. Then he's a Brown. Then he's in Massachusetts. Then he's at Maine. Then he's with the Rams for 2 years. Then he's at Kentucky. Then he's back to the Rams. Then he's back to Kentucky. Then he's at Tampa for a year. Now he's the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So obviously, as a 39-year-old, you're young. You're going to get a head coaching opportunity. People are going to question your experience and your resume. What everybody's questioning about his particular resume is like, damn, does anybody want this guy to stick around, or does he just move on? Is it his decision, or is it the other place's decision? Because whenever he goes Rams, Kentucky, then he's at Tampa for a year. Then obviously they wanted him back. They gave him a contract to make him the highest paid coordinator of all time, they're saying. And then he goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's like, it's hard to not say this guy looks like he's going to suck as a head coach, especially whenever you watch the way he's handling himself in these press conferences. But players at Tampa loved him. LA liked him enough to bring him back twice. Sean McVay, obviously a guy who has had massive success as a young coach. I think from people that have been around Liam say he looks up to Sean McVay a lot. He tries to emulate Sean McVay a lot. So what I'm saying is let's reserve judgment on this guy until we see what his teams look like. But boy, it's hard anytime we see the video of him saying, Duval. It's hard to take that guy serious.
No doubt.
It is hard to take that guy serious, but I think we need to just reserve our judgment just for a little bit to see what he's able to do down there.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you think about like the Kentucky Rams thing, like a few years ago, Kentucky had that kind of crazy run where they actually were a top 25 team. I believe he was the OC during those years. And then with Tampa, even last year, like Chris Godwin goes down, that offense could have easily kind of fell into a slump. Mike Evans also missed a few games with the hamstring. That's why he was pushing for the 1,000 yards at the end of the season. But they still kind of went on a little bit of a run. The Duval thing is going to be real hard. It's going to be tough to come back from that. But you listed a bunch of guys where they do have this opening press conference like, hey, look, I put my foot in my mouth. You know, maybe
I tried.
I was trying to kind of be funny. He has the whole selfie video. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, let's run that one. This one's even. This one's you tag this one with the Duval one, and it's like, thank God I'm not in this building with this guy. But once again, Baker, offensive lineman, Mike Evans, the people that have had to play for him, allegedly love him. Here's another video that hit the internet from Liam Coen's first day as a head coach as the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey guys, this is Liam Coen. Just touched down in Jacksonville.
All right.
Let's get this thing started off right here. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
That's the social media team's fault, right?
That was a little better.
I mean, it looks like a goober there from the side angle. All the social media videos coming out of these coaches suck. Okay?
Yeah.
And once again, social media teams are people with social media degrees, normally don't know ball. They get hired to run social media because people who are running the business are scared of social media, so they hire somebody that's younger that maybe has a social media degree, and they say, you handle it. There is a litany of social media teams that are absolute shite at their job. They know their ass, but they run up numbers, and the teams have no idea. It's not just in the NFL. This is in a lot of businesses. Now, you think about Ben Johnson's social media video, crop. This one, not necessarily the best. But I would like us to once again, because even as we're covering it right now, it's hard not to just jump into the fact and say this guy's going to suck. We have no idea if this guy's going to suck or not. And that is the matter of fact about these head coaching cycles.
Duval.
Okay, AJ, your thoughts on Liam Coen, the new head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, in his rollout yesterday?
So I've had some time to be with this clip, I think, because I've been watching the program. I watched you guys show this a little bit. I've seen all the hype. I guess I'm trying to take away like the positives from this thing, and what I see is a coach that is excited about his new job. That's the positive I found.
And he's very comfortable.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I think he's very excited. I think he's very excited, yeah.
You thought he was uncomfortable up there? Go ahead and run it.
I was uncomfortable. I was a bit uncomfortable.
Duval.
Oh, he's comfy.
Those eyebrows move, brother.
I think he was comfy. He looks around for the pop, too, huh? I know it.
Where my boy's at.
I know my shit, dog.
Do you think he saw the success of the Siriannis and the MCDCs? Because they had some goofball moments in their opening pressers.
Well, McDaniel down there in Miami had some goofball moments as well, and it's not going as great, I think Gumpy would say.
Yeah, we're on our last leg here.
Okay, so there has been some opening press conferences that have not looked like the others, and there's been great success. And then there has been some red flags that have been like, we should have known whenever that happens. I'm not saying just McDaniel. We love McDaniel. We hope Miami turns it around. But that's one of the softest teams in football. And it's like, is McDaniel the guy that's going to end up getting them tough? I'm not 100% sure. Liam Coen is loved, though, if you listen to his words to Rick Stroud in the Tampa Bay Times, by Baker, the offensive line, Mike Evans, everybody that's played for him last year in Tampa enjoys him. Now, the exit from Tampa Bay didn't go as smoothly, I think, as a lot of people would have expected. He said time will heal all wounds. How easy is it to hire a staff at this stage of the coaching cycle? Legitimately, maybe Slowick, right?
Maybe.
We keep bringing up Slowick's name strictly because Slowick was fired so late in the coaching cycle. He's still out there. He's still available. But what are your thoughts on how Liam is actually going to do as a head coach? Or can we just not judge anything from yet?
I mean, I don't think we can judge anything. I think even D-But, you guys have talked about it. Like, we don't know. We have no. If they come out there in this presser and they absolutely kill it, and they say all the right things, the team can go defeated and go 0-17 the next year still, and none of it really matters. So I don't think we can take a whole lot off of this. We know the dude, he can draw guys open. He knows how to get players open. He knows how to run an offense. I like that part about him. But yeah, there's a lot more that goes into being a head coach, and we're going to see now because we know Jacksonville, they've been trying to figure it out for a while now.
What do you think about that particular thing right there that was pulled right off his Wikipedia about here? He's been in a lot of places. He's done a lot of different jobs. He's only 39 years old. He's young. He'll continue to grow. And he has some say in who the next GM is going to be, as Balky was fired very late in the entire process as well. What does this tell you, though? A lot of quick stops in a lot of places.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, you're always trying to move up and get promoted. Is that what's going on? I mean, he definitely has moved around. Most coaches do move around, but he is, especially going back and forth to the same spot a few times.
Yeah, well, I think that's good. He's welcomed back.
Yeah.
Right? I think
that's a good point. Yeah.
I think that's a good way to view it. He's been welcomed back to L.A. multiple times. He's been welcomed back to Kentucky. Not that Kentucky's ever really had that much success, a couple different times. So I think that is telling about the building and how they potentially feel about him.
It did get Bill Levis to be drafted as a first-round high quarterback, so that's something to look at there. And then they welcomed him back, and it didn't go as well. But, yeah, I mean, that is a weird situation to go Rams and Kentucky back and forth and back.
Same job title, too,
Yeah.
going back and forth. There's people around him that say, he pulls a lot from Sean McVay. He's attempting to I think everybody is trying to be Sean McVay. I think Liam will continue to find who he is as a head coach. I will say this, though, as just like a, real talk. If he's like that every day, it's okay. But if he's doing a front here, that is going to get sniffed out so quick. And if you lose 5-6 games, that shit's going to get ugly, loud, quickly. I mean, that is the real deal of the situation. Just as somebody who was bottom of the totem pole, but actually top of the totem pole, if you actually understand what a totem pole is, because I think the bottom of the totem pole is like the most important part because it's the base of the totem pole. But I'm talking about the metaphor in which meaning of no importance, but certainly being a part of the totem pole as a punter. Watching coaches try to find their way, even if it's assistant coaches, whenever you try to be something you're not, it works at the beginning. But inevitably, the real you is going to shine through at a time. And once people think you're no longer you and you're a fake person, it's over, especially at the head coaching job. You can talk about Urban Meyer down there in that same facility. You can talk about a lot of head coaches that have maybe said, this is how I'm going to be when I'm a head coach. And you're putting on like a costume. I'm a head coach. I'm a head coach. And then one day you're not going to do that. You're going to forget to do that. You're going to get tired. You're going to get caught not being that person. And an entire room, an entire building, an entire organization is going to go, this guy's fugazi. And once that happens, it's over. So if that's what Liam Coen is every single day, I'm excited to watch him. I'm excited to watch his team buy in, which Baker, offensive line, Mike Evans allegedly did last season, seemingly in years past has happened. So if that's how he is every day, cool. If it's fake, that'll get sniffed out quick by the locker room, and that'll end up being another Jacksonville Jaguars situation down there, AJ.
Yeah, he knows that. He has to know the situation going in, so I would assume that is who he is. And that's what we say all the time. Whatever you are, if you're authentic, I think players will respect it. They may think you're a terrible coach, but if you're authentic and that's really who you are, and say this dude might be corny, he might be whatever, they still can respect the fact that you're consistent day to day and that's who you are, and you're not acting like somebody else or acting like you think a head coach should be behaving. Like that's what players see. And we know like pro athletes are very skeptical people off the bat. Like they should be. I think it's a good quality they have. So you got to like prove to that room that you can help them win games, and then they'll do anything for you.
Locker room has a good sense of fugazi. Very good. It's phenomenal. And even if some people in the locker room don't, the other people in their position meeting room go, this guy's full shit. And then it's like, yeah, he is, isn't he? And then you get through there. And you said that you assume Liam Coen knows that. He's not going to. There's been coaches that have been fake all the time. So let's not just assume that Liam Coen understands that. He might think he's being, I don't even want to get into it.